Welcome to the Sam and Joe VA Show, where we teach women just like you how to start and scale a thriving virtual assistant business.
We're your hosts, Sam and Joe, and get ready to have the control, flexibility, and freedom you've always dreamed of.
Welcome to episode 116. Think twice about becoming a virtual assistant if.
We have learnt over the past few years to spot certain personality traits, attitudes, quirks that indicate it's likely that that person thinking about becoming a virtual assistant is going to find it a lot harder than somebody without these personality traits and attitudes and quirks.
Yeah, being a virtual assistant is not for everyone. You know, it's a real service-based, helping, solving problems kind of industry, and that's not for everyone. And it's also about having the attitudes and the traits and the quirks that would allow you to be a really great business owner too, because it's not just about being a virtual assistant and serving. It's also about being a business owner. This is a business.
Yeah, anyone that preaches that anybody can become a virtual assistant, work from home, make big bucks, is just lying to you, because it's like any other industry. It's not for everybody.
Yeah, and you can make good money, but like this is going to flow beautifully into our first one. We've got 9 of these for you. Like you can make good money, but it's not fast, easy money. It takes work. So if you think it is easy money, this may not be the right path for you.
No, the kind of the messaging that you see out there sometimes around this quick, easy work from home hustle. If you buy into that, you're just going to be disappointed. It takes hard work, commitment, dedication, and a range of, as we mentioned, personality traits and attitudes and mindset shifts in order to make this VA gig a long-lasting one. Because that's, you don't want to be a flash in the pan virtual assistant, because we see loads of those that come in, loads of enthusiasm, loads of energy, and then because they're expecting this to be a certain way, it's not. They're very, very disappointed and end up slinking back to a 9-to-5 with their tails between their legs, which is really sad.
Yeah, we don't want that for anyone. We want you to be a successful virtual assistant, and we want you to make great money, and we want you to really enjoy this awesome kind of industry and business that we've created in hundreds, if not, you know what? I reckon there might be millions of virtual assistants in the world.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot. And it's a cool industry if you've got what it takes.
Yes. So no quick and easy money thing here. It's going to take some time. It's going to take energy and effort and work.
Yeah. So that's our number 1. We've got 9. So number 1, you might want to think twice about becoming a virtual assistant if you think it is easy money.
Yeah. Next up on our list, number 2. If you don't have any skills and experience in the things that you want to offer to potential clients, think twice. Think twice.
You have to have some kind of experience behind you in some kind of role that you've done before, or you've done some training, and like have some experience actually doing the thing that you are going to offer, because not everyone has done admin or creative services or bookkeeping and accounts and like all the kind of standard typical services that virtual assistants provide. You have to have done some of those.
Just something. It doesn't have to be for years and years and years. You don't have to have 20 years under your belt and degrees and certificates and have done this and that and whatever it is and 300 badges to display. We're not saying you need to have that level of skills and experience, but you just need something to get you going. And so maybe if you're listening to this and you don't, maybe you've got some skills and experience in other things, but not in the things that you want to offer, then it's not necessarily that the VA space isn't right for you at all, but maybe it's just not the right time. Go away, get some of the skills and experience under your belt, and then come back.
Yeah, that's great advice. So think twice about becoming a virtual assistant if you don't have any skills and experience in what you want to be offering.
Yes.
Right, number 3. You don't like people. And
I gotta say,
right.
some days I don't like people. It depends on the day. What day is it today? Friday? I like people on Fridays. Fridays.
So if you really don't want to deal with people and people's demands, people's issues, people's problems, serving someone, another business owner, and you really don't want to be dealing with any people at all, this is not the right business or path for you. It's inevitable. You're going to have to deal with people as a virtual assistant.
Yeah, you may be working remotely. You may be doing things virtually, but you're not going to be able to hide behind your screen 24/7 in this job.
Yep.
At some point, you have to come out of your cave and actually talk to people. At some point. It doesn't have to be all the time, but you need to be prepared for it.
Yeah. So think twice about becoming a virtual assistant if you don't like people.
Yes. All right. Next up on our list. What are you up to? Number 4. If you're not tech savvy. Now, we're not saying, once again, that you have to be as tech savvy as Joe Jensen, who just loves anything tech related and wants to learn all the tools and all the upgrades and just gets off on that. Like, you don't necessarily need to have that level of tech obsession, but you need to be comfortable with tech, and you need to be prepared to keep up to date with the latest tools.
Yeah, sometimes we see virtual assistants come into the industry and, navigating a Zoom call is a struggle. Now that's a real issue because you are going to be expected to have a certain level of tech savviness when you deal with clients. And clients often aren't very tech savvy, and they are looking to you for advice, training, step by step. What do I do here? How, to be the one who's suggesting the tech, the ways that you're going to communicate, because this is not like sitting next to someone in an office where you can just talk to them. This is all about using tech to be able to communicate, and your clients are going to be looking to you as their tech support.
Yeah, you no longer have that direct dial down to the basement where the IT guys work.
No, you don't.
It's on you. You got to learn quickly, or you're going to sink, unfortunately. So if you're not tech savvy, or you've got you just don't even want to become tech savvy. The thought of that is just like gross. No, can't do it. Then perhaps think twice about becoming a VA.
Yeah, right. Number 5, you hate all types of networking. The online, the in groups, the in person, like all of that kind of flows into that not liking people, or just not being willing to step outside your comfort zone and actually meet people, whether that's online or in person. Like that's an issue.
Yeah, there's no hiding from it. You don't necessarily, if you're an introvert, if you're shy, there is still a space in the VA industry for you, but you will have to just network differently than, say, a more extroverted virtual assistant who's quite happy to go out to that morning coffee networking event down the road.
Yeah, there are ways to network as an introvert and still have that kind of comfort zone behind your computer. So we're not saying that, if you're introverted that you can't become a virtual assistant, because we know a lot of introverted virtual assistants.
Hello. Yeah. If you're listening to this, Joe and I have both got our hands up right now.
Yeah.
But it kind of goes back into that not liking people, doesn't it? I think the networking side of things.
Yeah. Yep. So think twice about becoming a virtual assistant if you hate all types of networking and you couldn't see yourself doing any of that. Because that's going to be a problem.
It is going to be a problem. Number 6 on our list is if you want to do everything your way all the time. So I'm talking to those stubborn virtual assistants that think they know everything about everything. And there is no flexibility in that. Gosh, I'm just, there's a few people that coming to mind immediately. And not necessarily virtual assistants that I know, just other people. I'm like, no, they'd make an awful virtual assistant because of that trait, that know-it-all, inflexible trait.
I could see you smirking and laughing. So if anyone listening to the podcast, Sam definitely knows some people who should not become virtual assistants. And this is about it's that, when you bring on a client, some clients are going to have a very specific way that they want something done.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter if it's what you think is the right way or the wrong way or there's a better way, that this is how they want it done. And sometimes you just have to do it how they want it to be done. Now, if you couldn't handle that, then that's going to become a big issue, because there's definitely clients who have a specific style, type of way that they do things, tools that they use that you might not like but still have to use. Like there's all sorts of things that will mean that you can't do everything your way.
Yeah, if you are unwilling to leave your ego at the door with certain clients, think twice.
All right, number 7. You might want to think twice if you are a poor communicator.
This is huge. This is a big one. This should have either been the first one or the last one. It's that big, I think, actually, in terms of importance. Because everything in this business, any issue, any virtual assistant is experiencing in this business, I'd bet $1 million on the fact it comes down to communication, either a lack of or the wrong type, the inability to communicate, whatever it is, it's going to come down to communication.
Yeah, miscommunications. Oh, like you say, this is the most important on this list. If you can't get your message across and clearly communicate to a client and clearly listen to a client, which is so key, then there are going to be all sorts of miscommunications, issues, problems, things that you're constantly dealing with because of that miscommunication. This is key. You have to be a great communicator. This has to be a priority for you naturally, and have great ways of communicating clearly.
Across all platforms, I think we should add. So not just being able to talk to somebody in person, but able to communicate well like this on a Zoom call, on a phone, via email. You've got to be able to do that well on all platforms.
Yeah, otherwise the clients are going to get frustrated, or you're not going to be able to get the clients at all because you can't communicate well in that sales meeting and instill that confidence and talk really well about the benefits and have that sales conversation. It starts right at the very beginning, right when you get that first lead.
It starts before then.
Actually,
in terms of your messaging before getting the lead, in order to attract the lead. It's how you're communicating in networking groups, whether that's online or in person. It really is everything, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I'm just thinking about kind of like the really successful virtual assistants that we know personally that are absolutely killing it out there. They have all got great communication skills.
They sure do. Yes. I can think of a few, and when you're talking to them or you see their messaging online or their emails, they are really great communicators. It's a good sign that you have what it takes. Yeah.
Wow. That's only just occurred to us, isn't it? Holy moly. There you go.
There you go. That's our top. Think twice if you can't communicate. It's the top one.
Right, we have got two more though. We have got two
Yeah.
more. Number 8 on our list is if you can't handle criticism.
Ooh.
Criticism, critique, however you want to call it.
Feedback.
Feedback, reviews.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't handle that, think twice about stepping into this space, because it's going to happen. You're going to get it.
Oh, absolutely. You can't do perfect work that every single client is happy with every single time.
Mhm.
Like there are going to be times where they're going to ask you to make a change that you don't like or that is very personal to you. Like maybe you're doing creative services. You put something to a client. It's your baby. It's your like personality that has shone through in that piece of work, you know? Like it's gonna feel icky and hard when you get that criticism. But if you can't take that, this might not be the thing for you.
Yeah, and not even criticism about yourself, your
Mm.
own work. For those agency owners, for those that have got teams that are listening, feedback comes in about your team members. How are you
Mhm.
going to handle that? Are you going to be able to stay above the line?
Mm. Or are you going to want to defend and justify and have those excuses? Like that comes back to that communication.
Yeah.
Above and below the line is so important. And if you can't take that criticism well and turn it around and still have a great relationship with the client at the end, you're going to really struggle as a virtual assistant.
Yeah. Turn it around. Think of it as learnings.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest mistakes we make, not just as virtual assistants, but as humans, can be our greatest learnings in life and in business.
Yep. Right. Number 9, our last one. Think twice if rejection is one of your triggers.
This is a big one. This is this is something that I struggled with. I struggled with a lot in the early days. And being a people pleaser, wanting everybody to like me, probably also comes down to being adopted as well. That kind of being perceived as rejected the moment you're born or even before you're born, that can carry with you, you know? So this was definitely a trigger for me. I had to get past it. I had to know that, hey, I cannot take this personally. This is not about me. I am just not the right fit for this client. This client is not the right fit for me. But if you can't get past rejection being a major trigger in your life, please think twice, because just like critique and criticism, you are going to be rejected. People are going to say no, thank you. They're going to tell you you're too expensive. They're going to not like the work that you create. They're not going to like your vibe or your personality. It's going to happen.
And that's tough. But you're going to get no's. You cannot have an expectation that in every sales call or conversation that you have with someone that they're going to say yes. It's just not realistic. And so when you get that no, how are you going to handle that? It's a toughie, but it's going to happen.
It is a tough one.
Yeah.
Got to get some thick skin on you.
Well, and that reframing, right? That, like you say, it's not about you. It's not that it's a personal thing on you that they're saying no to. It's just what you're offering, how you've presented it, maybe, what your prices are. It's not a right fit.
Yes.
You don't quite have the skills that they really need in a certain aspect of what they're after. There's all sorts of reasons why they are going to say no. It's not actually about you. But if you're going to take it personally every time and that's going to trigger you, then you definitely need to think twice.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the conversation that we had a couple of episodes ago with Gina Hubbard, who was talking about just prepare yourself. If you can prepare yourself for certain things happening, i.e. rejection, criticism, whatever it is, then that definitely is going to help you get past it.
Yeah. All right, there's our list. 9 things that you might want to think twice about becoming a VA if you have those traits, those triggers, those personalities, those quirks. Yeah.
So, not saying that you can't get past them, but be aware of them. Be aware of these quirks and traits and attitudes,
Mm.
because if you can't get past them, then the VA space is definitely not for you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Sam and Joe VA Show. If you'd like to find out more, head to the VA Foundry website to check out the mastermind and the amazing resources, courses, and coaching.
You can find us at thevafoundry.com.